Hi guys, this is MJ of MBTI Time, and in today's video, I'll be talking about how do you deepen your relationship or friendship with an ENFJ. So I have made videos about the other types as well, so feel free to check them out if you want to. But essentially, the goal of the video is to kind of learn how to connect or deepen your friendships with a particular type. So there's no one size fits all way to do that. So people are very different and unique or have different experiences, so it's important to note that these are just advice that might help you, but it's not a full guarantee. So I guess one thing to consider is that if you're really dealing with an ENFJ, so always check if you have the cognitive functions of an ENFJ, and once that you have verified, then I guess you can go ahead and continue watching the video. As with all things, the way to do these things is organically. We can't maneuver our way into getting close with other people. You have to let things flow naturally, and I hope that these tips will help you with that. So how do you get close with an ENFJ? So one of the things that I've seen that might be helpful is that, number one, actually allow them to or encourage them to be themselves. I think one of the common problems with high FE users is that there's a lot of parts of them that have been concealed, or that they have to put up like a perfect image because they're very particular about how people see them as well. And so it's one thing that will be helpful to an ENFJ is when you let them feel that they can actually breathe and be themselves. When you allow them to be themselves, then you create a safe space for them to open up, to flourish, and to just live off their truth. Second is that you can also help them by also letting them help you, which is kind of funny, kind of seemingly counterintuitive, but that's one thing that they thrive in. You help them, and then you also give them an opportunity to just do what they do best, which is also taking care of other people. Don't keep saying no. Don't be so Mr. and Miss super independent, because that's one way that they express their love and affections for their friends or for people that they care about. So even if it's something that you can do on your own, sometimes getting them to do stuff for you is something that might be that make them feel like they have a sense of purpose. So after this, affirm them, thank them, and return the favor somehow. Like, don't just keep getting and getting from ENFJs. You also try to offer help when you feel like they need something. So if they kept doing things for you, find opportunities where you can offer your service to them as well. They find pleasure in helping other people, but also, don't forget to notice that they have been helping you for a long time as well. A lot of the times, people get used to ENFJs doing things for other people that it becomes just a normal thing, and they get tired too. Second is that support them in their advocacies, especially in little ways. Don't be a passive supporter if they're going through something, if they're passionate about LGBT, or they're passionate about saving the turtles, as an example. Find ways to actually support them in their cause and do something about it. Speak about it, talk about it, be a good ally, not just someone who's passive also. Because I think that's something that an ENFJ would gravely appreciate, to find someone that is speaking about or supporting things that they're also supporting. And it's not, of course, you have to be mindful of what those things are. Of course, it's bad things, which I don't think that it will be. Be discerning, like, what kind of stuff that you'll help them with. But I'm pretty sure that most of these things will be sincere and of good nature. So if it is, by all means, help them. Third point is actually surprising them by offering a big or small act of gesture that will ease their burden or lighten their load. So for example, this kind of tied to the first point. You're used to the ENFG cooking breakfast for you all the time, or like doing things for you about for certain tasks. And try to beat them at their game somehow. Like, try to surprise them by actually, oh, I've done the dishes already. If I've done the laundry or whatever. You don't have to do anything anymore, or I'm throwing a surprise dinner for you for your birthday or something. Anything, a nice gesture that an ENFJ often does for other people will be something that will make them warm their hearts. So appeal to their love language. I think this applies to all types, but find whatever their um what their love language is, like what they appreciate getting from other people. Like for example, if they appreciate handwritten letters, or if they actually need service of our help, do that for them, and affirm them always for their efforts. Recognize that ENFJs also get tired, and there are a lot of things that they would wanna do, but they're tired already also of doing. So they get exhausted. I think one thing also, if you're friends with or dating an ENFJ, one way to get close to them is to actually express an effort in trying to join them in their social gatherings. Because I know that they're very sociable, and a lot of their friends maybe are introverts as well. So for the introvert who might be dealing with an ENFJ, make an effort to show up and to go with them, to accompany them, because even if they'll thrive off on their own, it would be appreciated by the ENFJ that the person who doesn't really like to go out so much is making an effort to join them in their social gathering. So meet their friends, meet their family, say hi and bye, and don't do it begrudgingly, you know. Because you're entering the world of the ENFJ, and they're very good with people. So if you do things out of out of sincerity and um, with genuineness and intentionality, then that's something that they would greatly appreciate. Lastly, ask them how they are. They don't really talk. They're always taking care of everyone else, and sometimes we forget that they're going through some stuff as well. So I think one good way to get close to the ENFJ is to ask them how they are. Ask them about the deep stuff, like how's your family, or how are you feeling about this? Is this something that bothers you or whatever? Because sometimes ENFJs absorb everyone else's emotions and forget what they're really feeling about something. So it gets lost in a sea of like noise and emotions that they don't know which one's theirs. So if you're, especially with FI users, FI users will be good at this. They'll know when something's off, and you just comfort them, be there for them, and help pinpoint what they're feeling, especially when it's something that they need to kind of address or sit down with to reflect on. So yeah, I hope that this helps you, and feel free to check out my other videos of the other types, how to get close with them and all that. If you would like to consider subscribing and liking my video, please do. Comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions that you'd like for me to make a video on. And yeah, if you want to get typed with me, or want to learn more about your type or even other people's type, I offer in-depth type assessments, and I'll have a video somewhere after this video. So thank you. Bye. Follow me on my socials at MBTI Time on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you're not sure if you're an INFP, INFJ, ENFP, INTJ, or any other type, book a typing session with me by visiting www.mbtitime.com. Links in the descriptions down